Welcome to viewers of Good Morning DRC TV. I want to talk about the things that we as Congolese supposed to do in the face of what we are facing from our enemies, from those who do not like to see Congolese in their own land. Like I said before, there are those who think they should have our land, and if they had the opportunity to kill all of us, if they could press a button to do it, they would not hesitate twice to do it, to get rid of us so they can have our land. In the face, we cannot deny this. We know this to be true, but we must have a strategy on what to do. What can we do as Congolese in the face of the threats that we have coming from our enemies? What can we do? I'd like to hear your comments. Tell me what you think as Congolese. What can we do in the face of the threats that we have from the enemies of they're not even enemies of our countries, they're enemy of us. They do not like us as Congolese. If they could enslave us in our own country, they will. I said if they could. They can't, obviously. That's the reason why it's not the case. But if they could, they would have enslaved us already. In fact, that is their ultimate game, is to enslave us in our own country. So what can we do in the face of all this? I will suggest things that we can do. You can tell me what you think. One of the things, first and foremost, I think, is we need to learn to become patriots. And what that means is simply to love our country and put our country above everything else. We need to love our country. We need to know who we are, where we're from, and learn as much as we can from where we come from, and learn to love our country. Because when we learn to love our country first, we will learn to defend our country. We will learn to love one another as brethren, as nationals of our country, the DRC, the Congo. Once we learn to love our country, we will also learn to respect our country. I know at the moment, because of our economic situation, because of our economic condition, there isn't really much to love the country for. That is for many of us. When you think about the difficulties, when you think about the problems we have, then the temptation is to think about going elsewhere, to leave the country, go and live abroad. The country becomes less and less of a value or valuable before us. I always say this jokingly, but if everybody had an opportunity to get a visa, about 90% of the people will leave the country. I said jokingly. But in a way, it's because of the way we talk. It's because of the things we say about our own country. It does not show, it does not reveal that we value that which we have. And when we don't value that which we have, other people see the value of what we have and they are scheming and they are planning to take it away from us because we don't see the value of it. And this is the reason why we sell land the way we do. We sell land the way we do to foreigners. Acres and acres and acres of land are sold to foreigners who should not even have a right to purchase land in the DRC. According to the law, they don't have that right, but yet they come and they buy land in the, I can't even begin to think about the number of acres of land that they have. But as you know, they buy land today, they start their nuclear family, and then they start having children, and then they start growing as a population. Sooner or later, they begin to falsify history. They begin to tell us tales of how it has always belonged to them. So, let's learn to love our country. Let's learn to love. Once we begin to love our country, we will begin to love our people the way we're supposed to. We need to learn to love our country and love ourselves, Congolese, wherever you are. And I know that many of you in the diaspora, outside of the DRC, my question is, do you support each other? Do you get together as a people in a community? But from what I hear and from what I have seen, that's not always the case. Congolese are divided. You would rather go and help somebody from another country than helping your own brother or sister. A tiny example I might give you. Say somebody has a business, is running a business in a foreign land. Instead of supporting your brother or sister who's running the business in a foreign land, you would rather go and take your money and give it to somebody else from another country, from another community. These are the little things that will tell you whether or not you love your country. You are abroad. You are in a different land. Look at other people. Study them. See how they operate. See how they function. They support each other. I'm not saying that they are 100% supporting each other or that there is a... What I'm saying is that we should do more because right now we don't see it. I ask questions. We don't support each other because you don't want somebody from your own country to build a successful business that becomes great or bigger. I don't know why. But in this video here, I just want to tell all Congolese, wherever you are, love your country, love your people, love your nation, support each other. Support each other. Because while you are going, While you are not showing your interest or the value to give to your own country, there are others that are here in the Congo. You go to whatever province, you name it, the Chinese are there. In places where you never thought you will find Chinese, the Chinese are there. They are building businesses. They are after the minerals. They are building strong communities. You come here in Kinshasa, you will see there are communities. You see, Rwandans have communities here. They meet together, they share ideas, their plans that they do have, they're sharing it there. Whatever it is they're doing, they have their community, they're sharing ideas. The Lebanese here in Kinshasa, they have a community, they get together, they're sharing ideas. They're talking about how great this Congo is, how great this country is, and what they can do. The Indians, they have their community here. They're sharing ideas. They're talking about how to invade the market, how to have, to build strong communities, how to have business in the, how to get a hold of the economy in their hand. They're doing all of that. But what about my brothers and sisters in the diaspora? What are you doing? Do you get together? You don't talk to each other. You rather be found with other communities. You are much more comfortable with other people than your own kind. For whatever reason, if you think you are smarter than them, if you think you're more intelligent than them, can you not be so patriotic to think like, okay, instead of running away from them, why don't you build something or at least try different ways in order to influence a community for the betterment of your own country? Now, those of you who are in different parts of the world, you can tell me if what I'm saying here isn't true. How do you find Congolese? Do you have something that brings you together? Something that you talk about? You know, I'm talking about Congo, and I'm asking you, wherever you are, to learn to look out for your brothers and sisters, to support their businesses, to support what they are doing for their own country, your own country. Get together, share ideas on what you can do in order to bring your country out of the situation that it's in right now. Don't wait. My question is, what are we going to do about the threat that is posed to our country today? One of the things that we must start doing is become more patriotic. We start loving our country, give it the value that it deserves, and start loving Congolese wherever we are. Get together, let's build a strong community before we can even begin to strategize on how to overcome these things. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, share this link. I'll come back and then we can talk a little bit more. But I want to hear from you, especially those of you who are outside of the DRC. Do let me know, what can we do in order to stop the threat that is posed to our country today? I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye now.